Hey guys, it's your girl Deeds here. Just thought I'd come on to give you guys some tips about market updates going on right now. So, the title of my message is called Don't Panic, Power Shift, Real Estate Best Practices Amid COVID-19 Uncertainty. So, the way I mapped this out, I put it into 9 different uh, pieces of information, if you will. So I'm just going to read from my tablet here so that this won't be a rambling video. Anyway, the word power shift comes from, of course, Damon John's new book. It's called Power Shift. It just launched this year. I got a chance to work on the project, but I love what the whole movement is about, because power shift actually means to transform any situation, close any deal, and achieve any outcome. So really important in these times, because a lot of people are like, oh, what's happening with the market? Is the market crashing and this, that, and the third? It doesn't really matter what the market is doing. It's about what you do with the market. So let's take everything that's going on and let's use that to make a huge power shift and grow our income, help the community, do what's needed in the real estate world so that, we avoid the impact from this crisis. Okay, so 9 things every North Carolina real estate professional should know about the current market. I am licensed in North Carolina, so my information is mainly for North Carolina. For your area, you're going to want to check with your local MLS, your local realtors, board associations of investors and all of that to make sure that you're getting information for your area. So 9 things every NC real estate professional should know about the current market. One, according to Forbes, most iBuyers have halted on making offers. So that's leaving room for other investors to come to the table and bid on those properties. iBuyers are those like Open Door. I think Zillow has an iBuyer company. There's one called Knock. There's a couple of them out in the field, and they're basically just like the licensed wholesalers, if you will. So they come in and they make a bunch of offers and they buy like a bunch of doors at a time. So they have stopped making offers as of right now. And the franchise We Buy Ugly Houses, they're actually ramping up to do more business and do business in more areas. So We Buy Ugly Houses, that's kind of like one of the wholesale companies. So they were mentioned in the Forbes article as one of the big franchises that's still doing a lot in real estate. According to the Department of Housing and Urban Development and also the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau, there's a moratorium on foreclosures and short sales. I'm sorry. There's a moratorium on foreclosures and evictions. Here's why that's important. Well, evictions, we all know why that's good. People aren't going to get put out of their homes with all this going on and them not, being able to cover their rent. The huge thing about the foreclosure moratorium is that normally when they have these moratoriums, it causes foreclosures to be backlogged. That gives the homeowner more time to meet with an investor or somebody else who can help versus, their home could have been further along in the process and about to go to the foreclosure sale, this month or last month or whatever. So the good thing is that home is going to be in limbo just a little bit longer. So that's a huge opportunity for investors. Before the crisis even happened and they started shutting everything down, we actually had pulled just the list from Guilford County alone, and it was 1,034 foreclosures. So just imagine now with them having to slow up the process and not be able to continue to move, those other ones through the pipeline. Okay. In some areas, only brokers who provide real estate financial services such as BPOs and broker inspections are allowed into properties. Traditional brokers need to follow the state and county guidelines as well as their MLS. But if you do BPOs and broker inspections and things like that, we were considered, essential businesses in regards to our critical financial sector. So, a broker price opinion is like a limited use appraisal, and it's kind of like the first line of defense before they actually get the real appraisal. Or, often they order several BPOs to go with the appraisal. So that's a good thing to know. And if you're a regular broker and you want to become a BPO broker, then you can look up Deeds Academy, and we have a course on how to do BPOs, broker inspections, and all that. We even give you the information on which vendors to sign up with. Okay, so number 4, sellers are still allowed to use other methods to market their properties, like 360 virtual technology. In-house, in-home showings vary by state, so you're going to want to check with the guidelines. For the triad, it's pretty much relaxed outside of Guilford County. Guilford County has restrictions above and beyond what the normal restrictions are for North Carolina, but in the triad we can still list properties, we can still do showings as long as we're following the guidelines. So it's like you're not supposed to allow, you know, but a certain amount of people in the home, different things like that. You can check with the MLS to make sure. But also another thing, a lot of MLS markets are requiring that there's an offer in on the property before you're allowed to go and see it, and then the buyer can do one last walkthrough before they actually close. Number 5, the North Carolina MLSs have extended the coming soon no-show status. I know for Winston-Salem, I forgot what it used to be, but now it's 21 days. So you can set future listings for 21 days in advance before there's ever any showings allowed. That gives you time to get the property listed, get your sellers out of there, because if your intent is to sell the home, I mean, what are they still there for anyway? So then they don't even have to worry about coming in contact with the people who are coming in contact with their home. All they need to do is get their stuff out, get the house cleaned up, set up the virtual tours. You can list it. You can literally have a list date 21 days in the future. That is huge, guys. So it's like marketing before you can even market. Okay, number 6, during these times, homeowners can take advantage of strategies used after the last recession, like getting pre-inspections to share with potential buyers before an offer is even received, addressing punch list items from the home inspection as soon as they get that home inspection in. That way you can share the home inspection with them, and you can actually show them all the things that have been done. Any things that you don't have the funds to address, then you can leave that as a contingency for the contract. So I think that's huge. We utilized that a lot back in 2009 to 2011, 2012. That was really huge in the triangle market, and that's what we would do. We would have homeowners go ahead and pay for a pre-inspection. Sometimes we would go ahead and have them even pay for the appraisal, because it was just like a time like this where it was supposed to be so much market uncertainty. Okay, number 7, though rates are fluctuating, banks are still making loans, traditional and hard money. Some underwriters and lenders are ramping up their overlays to make lending a little less risky with the uncertainty looming. But here's the key: they are still loaning money. Hard money lenders and regular traditional mortgage lenders, they are still loaning money. Homes are still closing all over the United States. There might be different, terms and things like that, but they are still closing. Number 8, realtors can ramp up their skills to better assist clients by learning how to pull market data reports from the MLS. For instance, in most of the best NC markets like the Triad, Triangle, and Charlotte metro areas, there is less than a 2-month supply. Guys, that means it's still an extreme seller's market. Most places in the Carolinas, we still have positive absorption rates. So it's going to take a few months. It's going to take some time for us to see how the COVID-19 changes are affecting the market. But as of right now, it is still a huge seller's market. There's not a lot of inventory out there, guys. So I don't think that's going to change for investors. While some might be, holding the purse a little bit tighter, others are like, okay, while everybody's scared, let me go ahead and take advantage. And Warren Buffett says that all the time. When everybody is being greedy, then you be scared. When everybody else is being scared, then that's the time to be greedy. All right. Number 9. Now is a good time for investors, brokers, and other real estate professionals to focus on the community and helping people first instead of just looking for a check. So this is the time to really reach out to homeowners with the things you can help them with, because people might want to hold off on selling that home now. You know, they don't know if they're going to have to come back to it. You know, people losing jobs left and right. They don't know if they're going to need that home. So what about sending them something like homeowner year-round maintenance tips? Like, tell them the things that they need to be doing to their home right now to keep up the maintenance, because that's one of the main reasons people have to come down on the price of their house, because they haven't been doing the upkeep and the maintenance. So send them out a postcard telling them how to deep clean their house. You know, a lot of people don't even know how to do that, and you can find plenty of guides out there from property preservation companies. I know we have one out there online that we use. Start sending that to your homeowners, or send them information on doing a refi. Send them some type of helpful information. Don't just use this time like, oh, I need to get your house for $25, you know, because you know what's going on. Now is a time to be really helpful and really position yourself in the market to be one of those top professionals that homeowners can trust. So those were my 9 things, guys, and I've posted this on Facebook as well as the links and resources where I got this information. So I hope this video was helpful in explaining it. I would put more tips in it, but I can ramble on. So that's all. Take care. Hey guys, it's your girl Deeds. Just thought I'd come on to give you guys a little bit of message about, Hey guys, so I wanted to make this video real quick just to talk about some of the things that's going on with...
My finger got in the camera.
Okay, y'all, my niece said if you can blow out a lighter, if you can blow out something with your mask on, that it's not effective. So I'm testing mine before I go in Dollar General to get these pain meds.